Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy The Zodiac Age. Final Fantasy XII, that is, on MysteriousJG. I guess we kind of need to get a gambit going for Penelo where she, she actually raises people from the dead. So, ally dead. You want to raise them up, like you do. But, apparently that doesn't count if they are not part of the active party, so... Alright, we will raise up the rest of our team just in case of emergency. Because you are allowed to do that. And off screen I found out that yes, in fact, to finish this quest with the Crocodile Rock, or the Crocodile Ring, or whatever it is, the Crocodile Mile, does involve coming back during the dry season, I guess. And you saw the favoritism she shows here by bringing Vaughn back from the dead first. And then she's obviously got to think for Balthier, so Bash will have to wait. So we'll go ahead and poison this tortoise right off the bat. Gonna go ahead and turn off all these white magic ones for the time being. Oh, and it was her, not Penelo, that was actually curing blindness, so... So this will get Fran some MP back slowly, but surely. And allow us to finish searching this place. We got an aged turtle shell. Don't know how many of those we need, but I'm sure eventually I can sell them at the for the bizarre treasures. We got a main goosh. Gosh, gooch. Probably not pronounced gook. Come on, JG. So we've explored the place pretty thoroughly now. The tracks of the beast. We've unleashed the beast. Now we get our full map of this zone when it's wet, I guess. Oh, the feather of the flock. I don't know what that is. What is that? Electric cockatrice feather, the brilliant white sheen. Touching the feather, you feel a strange bond with the cockatrices. Okay. Maybe this means cockatrices will no longer attack us. Maybe this means something else fancy will happen when we get to the village that these guys are, you know, the dry village whenever it returns. Because they herd cockatrices. Soggy letter. We've left to rejoin the others. Please visit us during the dry. We will thank you properly. Great. Great, guys. Thanks. Well, we'll save our current game. I tried to give the boys a chance, but they got killed by a giant turtle. So, what am I supposed to do? But take advantage of the situation. Although I think, yeah, I better switch because they're just going to get further and further ahead in level. Seems like it's not raining anymore, is it? Nope, never mind. It is still the wet season. And I'm talking about the need for these guys to get caught up in level, and I'm running away from enemies. He's got a big old happy mouth. Alright, so now we're actually advancing the plot by going to where the story wants us to go. The Osmone Plain, or Osmone Plain, or Osmani Plain, or who really knows for sure. So it's a whole new zone we haven't explored. I'm sure it'll be full of exciting new enemies. And exciting old enemies, although I don't think these are literally exactly the same as the hares that we were fighting before, but they're similarly dangerous. That is an enemy. That is a Zagnal. It's a palette swap of something that used to be too dangerous for us to fight. So I don't know what'll happen with it this time, but certainly we're launching the first attack as it was leaving us alone. Maybe it hits really hard if it gets off an attack, but that didn't seem too threatening. Well, we're going all the way to one side here. These things seem to be just minding their own business, and we're just murdering them. Oh, luckily those guys are easy to kill because only Bash and this party can hit them. Well, I mean, I could be using magic and stuff, but a lot of enemies can't decide whether or not they want to be visible over there. Bear in mind, folks, in the PS2 version, you could not do this. I was walking around back and forth to the Wraithwall's tomb to use the save crystal and thinking, man, this would be a pain in the ass if I couldn't speed the game up. Oh, that's not the way I want to go. I want to go this way. come across the borders of this zone, most likely. Alright. So they're only a level behind the girls now. Okay, they actually got off some attacks there. Black Chocobo. So we've come to the Black Chocobo Forest, I guess. But they're going to attack us on sight, aren't they? Well, no, we're going to attack them on sight. I guess these are evil Chocobos. I didn't even get a chance to steal from whatever the hell this was. Dark Magicite. Cool. Seems like this is kind of an evil thing to be doing, murdering Chocobos. And yet, I find myself wondering, hey, can there be a place later on where we murder Moogles? Dark Moogles, perhaps? Okay, so that Chocobo is part of the background somehow. Either the Osmond Plain is huge, or at some point, aren't we going to come across, oh, here's some guys that are wiped out. Ah, travelers, are you? We were traveling too, till the fell creatures of the Osmond Plain got the better of my partner. We're exhausted. We're good, by the way. Hey, Jahara? Then you're headed the wrong way. Jahara's back the way you came. See, I'm wondering what is going to stop us from moving beyond where the plot wants us to go. I think we're heading for Jaza, like he said. I don't know for sure. I don't really remember. Although if you go to the map, it usually tells you the Gareth village should be south of the Giza Plains. That may be Jara. Oh, whatever this is. It's got its own intro video. Galmore Jungle. Guarded by panthers with blasters. Well, this isn't where the story wants us to be, but we're able to handle ourselves here. It doesn't feel like a jungle. It feels like a series of paths. We killed a little micro mini Marlboro. Malboro. They don't seem... Maybe they're not as bad in this game as they are in some of the others, because they're... Certainly don't have a lot on the Final Fantasy VIII Marlboros as far as size goes. Battle with a Marlboro in Final Fantasy VIII was comparable to a boss battle, or worse than most. Oh, we got our map. So we could... Clearly not supposed to be here, though. So, like, I'm not sure what we get for exploring it early. A file of New Kai sand. Let's do a little darkness magic. because it was actually going to hit a bunch of different guys, so it seemed like it was worth doing. Well, we're fighting our way back towards the entrance, and since I don't know why we would be here, we could make our way really far south and just see what that is. Got some kind of crazy glowing guys. Oh, well, their hellhounds seem to be pretty tough. I mean, it could be that we'll eventually get into some areas that we just can't handle, or some zones we're just not allowed to go through. Without explanation as of yet. Okay, well, this is one way to stop us from advancing too far in the wrong direction. Unexplained glowy things. I'm under the impression we'll see these as we continue to try to go south. Yep. Yeah, we've maxed out on potions. I might as well be using them periodically. Although you can see they're really not that useful at this stage. Alright, so now I'm just curious to see if we can get to the exit that's far to the east. Because it's pretty apparent they're not going to let us go. The south way is completely blocked off for now. I would imagine we will eventually get a story explanation for what that stuff is, but... We got 3 gil, great. An ether, and another ether. Okay, so we're not allowed to leave this place at all. It is actually blocked off in all directions. Alright, thanks, game. This thing is a tree ant, which is not hostile, so let's think about leaving it alone. Since we are in a zone that's supposed to be... probably supposed to be beyond us at the moment. Not to mention that there's a group of these guys that we're kind of not necessarily supposed to be able to fight yet. Not gonna bother with you guys. So I fought this is a palette swap of something that we fought a little bit of in the sewer levels. And they drop demon eyeballs. This really doesn't feel like a jungle so much as a series of paths. Oh well, no treasure over here, okay. What? Guess Balthier did take a little damage there, but it's still Van is in the worst shape. That's the way out, right? Yeah. It looks like I should have been able to interact with it. Oh well. Alright, so we got into the Galmore jungle. Didn't really do us any good. I believe we'll eventually get an explanation for what that stuff was, but who knows in this game. They might just be gone once the story requires us to go there. At least it wasn't just Imperial troops standing there being like, oh, you can't go through here, the plot doesn't require it. Which is more or less how it's worked before. How do we see the, there's a world map that I'm curious to see now. Yeah, here we go. So, Galmore Jungle. I got a feeling, yeah, Tomb of Wraithwall. That's as far as we ever need to go west. So, the last stretch of game will have us going north, and then we'll go to a bunch of plot locations. I don't know how valuable chocobo feathers are in this game. In some games, chocobo feathers and chocobo wings are the haste and haste daga items, which seems like they would be worth dealing with. Oh no, there's a little path over here we should be exploring. Uh-oh. Oh, more owl bears. And they're as wimpy as ever. Woo-A. I obtained a Kogarasumaru, which is probably... So these guys are members of the state of Wu. They serve Sun Xuan. That is probably a sword for Ash. It's got a crazy Japanese name, so it's probably... Well, maybe not. Maybe it's not a weapon at all. Oh, no, here it is. I already had one. They're okay. I'll give her the Lowenbrow that she wants so badly, but, Lohengrin is actually what it's called. Lowenbrow is like my favorite beer, which you can never find anywhere. But, woo, Ric Flair, collectively, woo. Yeah, never mind. So it was a sword for Ash, but it was not a brand new fancy sword for Ash. We had already found one, probably in a treasure chest. Killed enough woos to get like the best possible woo item drops, but not really. We haven't actually killed that many of them. I think we're moving away again from our actual final objective, but hey, exploring these big, huge, wide open areas is part of what made this game so infuriating on the PS2. Like, it requires a lot of patience. I guess we're... Bullcroc. He's got bravery. He was definitely absorbing attacks from some... Oh, he's absorbing wind, isn't he? Stop attacking it. It's absorbing your attacks. You have other things you can be doing. Just keep trying to steal even if you fail until they kill it. So it's going for its super combo. It really doesn't want to be stolen from, does it? Well, finally got it. Looks like it was some kind of super monster. Anything that drops more than 1 or maybe 2 LP, I think, is like some kind of rare beast. Because the rare beasts generally are just, whoa, what are you? Eros. Is it even attacking us? It is. Again, I don't know that I'll be able to steal from this thing. Going for breath. The breath of death. Maybe enemies just start dropping more LPs at this point in the game. The Shred. You haven't got a shred of evidence that that's an appropriate name. Well, doesn't look like we can go anywhere from the Shred. So let's get out of here. Dispel moat. Okay, try not to hit this trap that's waiting for us up here. And fail. Kind of figured that was going to happen with guys fighting under the gambit system with a bunch of enemies there. Enemies don't set off traps, as you may have noticed by now. So those giant bugbear guys were probably setting all the traps. Oh, codename Viper. Viper's using his Inviso power. Well, he was. I didn't actually mean to have the high speed mode on there, so that's kind of funny. Heal us up, buddy. There we go. All right. I well and truly got to find someplace to sell all this loot. Iron carapaces. Prince's kisses. So at some point I'd want to explore the whole thing anyway, but and I kind of got to figure it's somewhere in the north, in the west, or possibly northwest is where we're trying to get to per the world map. So I'm kind of intentionally putting off going the direction I think will actually get us somewhere. Although looking at the map, I guess we don't really have enough information to see where we could all be going to. Level up, bitches. That seems like as good a place as any to call it a video. Alright, folks, when we come back, there will be more leveling up, bitches, because usually when Van levels up, the others aren't too far behind. I'm the MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.